Hello guys, today we're just going to be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and just Call of Duty in general. Hit the like button and make sure to hit the like button. Please hit it twice, hit it 3 times, I don't care, it's up to you. And make sure to subscribe please and share the video if you wanna. So I genuinely think Call of Duty has just fallen into this void where it doesn't know what it's doing anymore, and I'm just gonna say how it is on live commentary. Just play the game whilst we're talking. I genuinely think Call of Duty is just, like what I said, just falling in abyss, doesn't know what it's doing. Modern Warfare 2 is having a season 5. Does anyone give a shit? I don't know. Does anyone care? I don't see anyone on social media hyped about it. Obviously you got the dumbasses who still wanna back up the game and think are somehow succeeding still in any type of way or sense, but I don't know. Apparently to Call of Duty fans, well, not sorry, Call of Duty fans, to Activision, they got 3,000 devs, and for me this is probably the most Call of Duty game that's had the least content from the start of launch from my been playing. So let's just start off with number one as the subject of my, as they call it by. Number one is identity crisis. You make a game called Black Ops 4, which is, let's just be honest, was just made for Battle Royale. No other thing, just made for Battle Royale. They wanted to jump into our market of Fortnite, PUBG, and H1Z1. Obviously, they saw the success of Fortnite. They're just like, yeah, let's just capitalize on that and just make our own Battle Royale. I think Blackout personally was more better than Warzone, but then that's probably another separate video. But I just personally think that. What else is there? Just Black Ops 4 for me. That's where I just start off with it today, because Black Ops 4's core gameplay was good. We always get that with Treyarch games. They always could like COD gameplay's always been good. Fundamental wise, it's been good with Treyarch too, especially Treyarch. Not Infinite Ward because people didn't like Call of Duty Ghosts. And obviously Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 2019 / Modern Warfare 1, the reboot one, and obviously Modern Warfare 2, the current one I'm playing right now. People don't like those ones. Like, my biggest problem with Black Ops 4 is when you take out the campaign. And the thing is, I understand why they didn't have the campaign. If you played Black Ops 3, the campaign didn't make any sense. They tried, obviously, similarities to Black Ops 1, where it's like all mind like control, all these things, like the significance of the mind control and how important it is, and this like one thing that's controlling your brain and stuff. And obviously they tried doing that Black Ops 1 like type of, put their own spin on it obviously, and Black Ops 2 with like a type of Black Ops 2 mix with it too, yeah. So the multiplayer, like what I said, pretty good. Gunplay was pretty good. I like the gunplay. I like the 150 health adjustment in the game. I genuinely liked it. But my biggest reason why I bring up Black Ops 4, Black Ops 4 was just not meant for not for Blackout. They tried copying what Overwatch did. You could say like Rainbow Six Siege with the hero shooter genre, like obviously popping off at the time with starting off with Rainbow Six. Well, Rainbow Six Siege and Overwatch. Personally, that's not Call of Duty. Call of Duty's never been a hero game for me. Same with Black Ops 3. That was the reason why I didn't like that game, because they tried doing that hero shooters type of gameplay, which I didn't like. I didn't like the hero / specialist, whatever you want to call them. I didn't personally like them. But if people like them, they can like them. But I just personally don't like them. It's just like, I just see what's the problem with Call of Duty each year. And I predicted like each Call of Duty I just don't remember when I enjoyed the actual Call of Duty game. Currently, like Modern Warfare 2, do I enjoy it? No, I don't. I don't play for hours anymore. The game is just like, right now I'm just currently playing Shipment, just talking, I don't even care how well I do anymore. My KD probably ass. I genuinely do not even care. Like 99% everyone plays this game now, just doesn't care anymore. But genuinely, going back to my point, the identity crisis in this game, for example, going back to my original point, is you make a Modern Warfare reboot. And the thing is, I understand that, because you want to bring old fans back. You come out with this marketing or slash not marking is when you say the old Infinite War devs are back from the who made like the original OG Modern Warfare 2, the actual good one, sorry, and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which is COD 4. And I'll be honest, I was hyped. I was following this like the PR, if you want to call it, all that stuff, like the advertisements for the game with Captain Price, and obviously like this new character of cast like Alex and Farah and all this stuff. The campaign was pretty decent. Was it generic again? Yes, stupid Call of Duty story, which is based off some Middle Eastern slash Russian and all that stuff, basically. Just a typical nuclear end of the world type of, not end of the world, but like World War III type of story. But the multiplayer side of it, wow, it's just, again, I don't know what Call of Duty is just trying to, what they're trying to do. Like, this is the thing with Call of Duty, and this is the reason why I bring up Identity Crisis. It's not, I've just given an example of Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 will try doing something different, and obviously with the futuristic Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, sorry, and obviously Advanced Warfare. 3 futuristic games, yeah? And this is where I go back to that point where I say Identity Crisis, because no one has brought this up. If someone has brought it up, then I give credit to them, because I'm not seeing anyone talk about this. But we're getting another Black Ops game, which is apparently set in Gulf War, which is obviously in the 90s. Which I'm okay with, but at the same time, I'm like, we need new characters. We're going to see Alex Mason, we're going to see Woods, we're going to see, obviously, apparently there's been rumors saying that there's going to be Raul Menendez in it. I don't know how they're going to introduce him to the story, but we'll have to see, obviously, when the game comes out, when the trailers come out, obviously, or the cinematic trailer comes out, we're going to have to see how that goes. But personally, just saying how it is, or like I'm raw, just say how it is, I genuinely think people do overrate the track games a bit. I think they do. I'd say with even Black Ops 1 had some issues. That for me personally, that's my most favorite Call of Duty game. For me, it's the best Call of Duty game. For me, it's the best FPS shooter game I played. That had some problems too. I didn't like the fact that your kill streak, you can't, soon as you get basically all these 3 kill streaks, they can't come back. I did not like that change. I think it was dumb. And another thing that they did was Ghost was stupid. It was stupidly broken, basically. You had the motion sensor where you just literally partner on the ground and just come next to it and just basically get free kills out, easy kills. Like I'm saying, all Call of Duty had some problem. Black Ops 2 had so much problem. The C4 spam, the A94 was broken, the M87 was broken, the MMC was broken. But you know what makes me laugh about those games? I would rather have those messes, like the C4 issues, than these Call of Duties we currently have. In these past 4 ones we just had, yeah? People like Black Ops 3. I didn't like Black Ops 3 personally. I don't like futuristic Call of Duties. I'm just not... For me, it's not Call of Duty. That's just my personal opinion. It's just not the same. I like Boots on the Ground Call of Duty. I've grown up playing Boots on the Ground Call of Duty. And they use that Boots on the Ground but like so many times in the market for World War II. And someone literally did a countdown on that and it made me laugh. But it's just like that word identity is just, again, it's just massive into this why Call of Duty. Like, I want new characters to like. I want a new story to like. I want a new setting and like just a branch of new things to like. Mechanics, guns, perks, maps, announcements, factions. They need to bring back factions, by the way. Obviously operator skins and stuff, it has been a success. I don't like to admit it, but it has. But people are starting to get pissed off with them and starting to get annoyed by each year of each year of Call of Duty just keeps doing the same bundles which are overpriced. Like I think it's $20 in America, £16 for obviously British UK players basically. It's expensive. Like you can buy so much good games for that price. Like you can buy good PS4/PS3, even some like one copy of PS5 game for that much. So do I think it's worse than supply drops? No, I don't think it's worse than supply drops. That's just my personal opinion. Like I say again, like, you know, with Call of Duty doesn't know what it's doing anymore, and that's my biggest issue with Call of Duty. Each year, and this is, I'm gonna go back to number 2, identity. We just talked about that, like the Identity Crisis. Let's just move on to number 2. For me, number 2 is I don't know how to say it, but I'd probably say it in a way that's, I'm not gonna say, I don't think Call of Duty is dead. I think it's getting to that stage where Call of Duty is gonna die out. We've seen it with Halo, we've seen it with like big FPS shows in the past that have obviously had a core fan base. One thing I can say about Call of Duty's fan base, they are loyal. They are loyal. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It works out both ways. As a business, it is good. As a fan, it's not good. In a way, it's that's what I'm saying. It's 50-50. Going back to my point anyway. Just in general, yeah. Let's talk about the for example, number 2 is like, actually no, we're gonna change it. Number 2 is just like why Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is just boring, mundane, not fun, not rewarding. Let's just talk about that. We're gonna talk about Modern Warfare 2, yeah, as it just in general, as just that / Call of Duty as in general. And I genuinely think Call of Duty is pretty much finished. I think it's done. They literally just, like, for example, the perk system. Why change up the perk system? Why? Was it necessary? Who asked for this? Like, I've always said this about Call of Duty. Call of Duty, and the thing is, you get those people who say, oh, Call of Duty is just the same shit every year. It's just go around shooting people. But that's the thing. That's the key formula to the game. You go around shooting people. That's what it is. And that's why we like Call of Duty. Simple as, it was just an arcade shooter with decent / gunplay mechanics. And for me personally, the best shooting game franchise, hands down. It's like the perks you got, like just like Call of Duty in the past. You got perks, you got the maps, you got the factions, you got the announcers, you've got all sorts. You got like the guns, the attachments, the customization. Like just in general, Call of Duty had just brilliant customization, hands down. And then, like, don't even get me started on prestiging. You get rid of prestiging. Why? Why do you get rid of prestiging? You're basically, what you're doing is you're getting rid of something that was like, okay, people didn't grind. I know those people, my friends, some I played with, like they just stayed to level 50. Just keep all this stuff. But you could have changed up. This is where I go back to the point. Call of Duty needs to be not innovative in the sense of like making stupid innovation, like changing the perk system and like audio, like some stupid shit audio and like enhancement or some shit like that. I'm just trying to say, do the basic common sense fundamental changes, like the actual core changes, like such as like maps and perks and introducing new things into the game, like mechanics and stuff. They try doing it, obviously the wall mechanic with like you basically have your pistol out and you're holding in one hand onto the wall. Basically yeah, you're just on a wall climbed up in animation where you're just holding your pistol out and you could just basically shoot. That's basically it. Like it's just Call of Duty trying to reinvent the wheel-based climb. They're doing shit all with it. And like, but like one thing I say about Modern Warfare 2, I gotta say, like the game is gorgeous, like brilliant. Like Battlefield was known for its visuals and its like realism of graphics and stuff. Like that's one thing I give by Battlefield. Battlefield had all that stuff. That's hands down. Battlefield had all that stuff. The audio, but my God, Call of Duty's like IW engine has been fun. Like it's been brilliant. Like, it's just 10 out of 10. Like the graphics, the just the audio sound, but like the footsteps. Let's not get into that. But that's just in general, like the guns are like the realism. The guns are like gun fanatic, basically, aka Americans, like genuinely. But like, it's just brilliant. And like one thing I'll say, I look grinding Call of Duty. Like I've been playing Call of Duty for like 13 years since MW2, and that's my brother's fault. I blame my brother for that. But I've loved that game since that day. I didn't even know how to like just log in general in Call of Duty. Like this is my first video, obviously. Like this is my first introduction into the channel. So, and by the way, sorry if anything's a problem. Like this is my first raw commentary. So I'm just saying all in one go. Like it's just in general, like when I talk about, like I still remember my first game of Call of Duty. My first game. Like I had the FAMAS. It was a default class. I can't remember obviously what the name of the class was, but I remember having the FAMAS out, and I was using the NewTube. And I had a really bad KD ratio. Obviously, it was my first game, still new to the game. I was like roughly 8, so I didn't even know how to I just clicked. I just put the disc in, borrowed it from my cousin, and fell in love with the game. Played it. No skill-based matchmaking. None of this cringy operator skins. None of this stuff. We had everything that was clean. Just everything with Battle Call of Duty was just fantastic at the time. Obviously with the NewTube and One Man Army, we'll talk about that in another video. Going back to my original point anyway, prestiging, prestiging has been since COD 4, and the last time we had it was, I won't include Cold Wars because Cold Wars was different. It was just basically the battle pass, leveling up some crap like that. I like the idea, the fact that they had all the legacy prestiges from the previous game. As a COD fan, that was pretty sick. I used the Black Ops 1 ones, obviously in some of the Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare. It's kind of sick. At least, there's people fan out those games, which fair play to them. They get their own procedures in that game. Personally, the reason why I don't play this Call of Duty as much too, and this is the thing, I'm not saying prestiging is, what's the way of saying it, it's the core fundamental why Call of Duty was good. No, that was one of the jigsaw to the puzzle why Call of Duty was good. Why Call of Duty was you get on with your friends or from work or from college or school. That's the reason why Call of Duty was good. Because you grind long hours, getting that sick icon next to your name. You'll be one of those exclusive people to have this cool badge next to your name. And that was the thing about Modern Warfare 2. When Modern Warfare 2 obviously changed up, is when COD 4 when they brought in, but then obviously Modern Warfare 2. And then obviously started becoming more and more prevalent. And sorry, World of Warcraft, see my brain. So you can see the they start having a great understanding how the leveling up and prestiging thing works. We understand that. And then Modern Warfare 3, for me personally, I think Modern Warfare 3 was a copy clone of Modern Warfare 2. Let's be honest, it was they used the same gun animations, the graphics wasn't much difference. There wasn't basically a major difference in the game. Going back to my point, Modern Warfare 3 had such an amazing thing where they had this prestige shop thing where you prestige and you get these exclusive prestige robots where you can exchange some, I can't remember, some certain token if I remember rightly, and you can get calling cards, create a custom class extra one, just all things basically, things that are just cool basically, as you call it by, yeah. So Black Ops 2 I think even had something similar, but again my brain again, sorry, but it's just in general that was, yeah, actually Black Ops 2 did, they had a calling card and emblem, yeah, I just remember now. So and this is where I go back to that point, prestiging is important, it's rewarding you get, like I said, you get the sick, I gotta say, it's sick how you got these animated prestige emblems, they're kind of sick, but again it does not feel rewarding. And the reason why they've done this, and I'm gonna talk about my number 3 as in the subject matter, but the battle pass, and that's all I gotta say, it's just the battle pass, and you didn't need to necessarily do that. I don't understand why. This is why Call of Duty, I'm just saying Call of Duty is just trying to reinvent the wheel. Why are you changing things that were not necessarily needed? And this is what gets on my nerves with companies and just gaming in general right now. Is just on this is why gaming and just in general is on a down spiral, because they're trying to copy what the companies are doing and what's big in that moment of time of matter, and they just try to basically copy them as just what a business marketing. It's what's the best way to make money. And again, I don't have a problem with companies making money. I'm not trying to say then they need to make money. That's what a business is. It's basically it's just a growth money. Simple as. I understand that. And you could put like for example, they put the boy skin in, this Homelander skin in. I don't mind that. You can pay for that because that's a licensed product to a different company. And I get that. But why are you charging £16 for a bundle that could be earnable in the game? And this is you can go to other games, my sister plays Warframe, rewarding. That game rewards players for getting skins and these the I don't know what they call, but the Titans and stuff. I've not played the game, but my sister plays it, she talks highly about it. And why is Call of Duty, and this is where I go back to, but Call of Duty is literally not rewarding. It is not rewarding. Like, what does it reward you? Like, let's be honest, what everyone does, just come on grind now. That's literally it. That is literally it. There's nothing else to be with Call of Duty anymore. There's not anything else to play. What is Call of Duty? What are you gonna play for? Just a battle pass? Like, what is there? Like soon as you're done with the battle pass, like, what else is there after that? There's nothing else after that. There's nothing. And I kind of do like the idea they're trying to do with like basically like having these events where you get like these sick animated camos and stuff. Like, but again, look what you're playing. You're playing that crappy raid mode that I swear, like, I'm sure no one even plays. If they do, I give them credit. Simple as, like, DMZ. Don't even get me started on DMZ. That's just another unnecessary thing. Trying to copy Tarkov. When I say identity crisis, going back to my first point, the identity crisis thing again. It's just, why get rid of it? And it's just dumb. And going back to the perks, oh my god, don't get me started. The perk system in this game is so effing stupid. I'm so sick of it. Why does this, like, your third perk? Why does your third perk, oh sorry, your fourth perk, sorry, I just had to check it again, see what I mean? My fourth perk had to be loading in. And I think it was like 3 minutes or some shit like that, I can't remember. But why? And this is like I'm just saying it, like, this is all raw, it's uncut. This is how it is, I'm just saying it. And sorry for my, like, if I'm just like mixing up my words, this because my first commentary, and I'm just gonna say how it is and just be honest as much as I can, because I'm a Call of Duty fan. I love the series. I've had so much memories from this series, and I genuinely, I want it to be the best. But like, it's just sad what's happened to this game, and it's just fallen into this again, and I say abyss. It doesn't know what it's doing anymore, and it's just what do you expect? A different, I like Modern Warfare 3, and I'm gonna talk about it later, but let's just go back to my point. So the maps, the shit, simple as, I genuinely don't even get hyped about the new maps anymore. They've added like some Amsterdam, Amsterdam map that is like I think it's like a cut piece part of the Warzone map. I might be wrong again because I've not touched Warzone in time, but like, again, I'm not in the mood playing, like with Black Ops 1 at the time. Obviously I couldn't pay for them. I was too young, I didn't know how to pay for them, and freaking my brother would have bought them, but he was like 14 or 13 at the time, so he freaking have no money to get me them. So, but like I genuinely played those maps with my friend, sorry. I played Shangri-La at my mate's house, my best friend mate's house. I love the map. Brilliant map. Fantastic map. Brilliant Easter eggs. You got like these crazy flaming zombies and shit. You got the wonder weapons and stuff like that. Brilliant. And I don't mind bringing up zombies, but I just love zombies. But going back to the multiplayer maps, you had like the Black Ops 1 maps, the Black Ops 2 DLC maps. By then, I'm mentioning Triax maps, because Triax maps are just way better than Infinite Ward's map designs. I'm just being honest, I think their maps are better, but not. Yeah, I think overall better. I mean, I'm thinking about it right now. They're actually overall better. But like, look at some of the maps that Modern Warfare 2 had. Like, you had Afghan, you had Terminal, you had High Rise, you had what's that? Shipment? Not a shipment. What's it called? Shipyard. I can't remember the name of it. But like, you had so much good maps. Basically, you had so much good maps. Black Ops 1. Grid. By the way, Grid needs to come back. I don't understand how Grid's not had a remastered map yet. That map played out beautiful, especially Domination and Demolition. Like, that map was just all core gameplays, all gameplays. Brilliant, fantastic. I don't know about hardcore obviously because I didn't play hardcore much in Black Ops 1, but genuinely fantastic. Like, you obviously had Hanoi, you had obviously Firing Range, you had Nuketown. You had oh my god, there's so many maps. Like, it's just so many. I'm trying to remember. Like, you know what makes me laugh? Crisis would be a bad map. Like, but the thing is, it's better than all the Modern Warfare 2 maps combined. I know people think I'm overreacting. I'm not overreacting. I'm just being honest. Like I've just said, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. And what's the new introduced map for like that Modern Warfare 2's made, this Modern Warfare 2, not the OG one. Like, what has it done? What has it done? That's made, like, what map has it done that has been like, oh, you know, I like playing that map. And don't even get me started. Why? And, like, why is map voting on? Again, another feature. Why is map voting on? Why? This is what I mean, like, this, like, you know, the reason why map voting was good. Because if simple as, if you didn't like a map, and you know, thing is, and that just not alone, it's more community, orientated too, especially when you're voting for something that people in that lobby don't like you're getting, like, your people, you're disbanding lobbies and stuff. Like, this is the thing, like, why are they changing this? But again, we all know why. It's because it's called something called skill-based matchmaking. So going back to the point, the maps, like, I'll be honest, I just play shipment, easy kills, easy combo grinds, easy leveling up your battle pass. If it is, I don't care about the battle pass. I've not bought this season battle pass because I just didn't care. I'm not getting the next one. I don't think I'm not supporting, like, just general anymore. Buying the battle passes anymore, because it's just, the game's boring and it's garbage and it's just not fun anymore. Simple as. Like the 3-lane design maps, yeah. Safe spaces, don't even get me started on that. Like, the guy, I don't know what his name is. Oh, I forgot his name. Whatever his name is, what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. But basically, the multiplayer community manager, as you want to call it by, or whatever it is, he basically said that, oh, we've always had safe spaces in Modern Warfare 2, which he's kind of is right. He's right. He's not wrong. He's kind of right. But the way you lot have done them with the audio and all other stuff, like, and like no cold-blooded, with how camp orientated the game is, it's more favored towards campy players basically. And rushers have just been like hatched off basically. Like, there is no rushing anymore in Call of Duty. And that's another thing I play shipment, because rushing is just like, it's just what is, like, nothing even to say, just go around just shooting, and simple as that's it. And obviously, like, and this is where I go back to that point where Call of Duty can't come up with any new ideas anymore. They can't. The maps are just crap and boring. Okay, Steam charts. Let's talk about the Steam charts. So I'm looking at it right now, and the Steam charts are not that great. Like, they're not that great. Like, says here, the last 30 days, 59,000 players, and then they gained, lost 5, and then the percentage-wise was 8.11%. Peak players, 85,363 peak players. By Call of Duty standards, that is really not good. And if I'm looking from October 22, sorry, actually not count that because the game wasn't released. In November, the player obviously growth was 220%. But then guess what? The gain, as in just in the game, is 45%. And you can see right now that the player base, as in just each month, was getting less and less and less. In June, it kind of actually went up by like about 1,000, and again 1,000. But then after that, in the last 30 days, which I'm looking at right now by recording today, is 59,000. And say what you will, Call of Duty is not the same anymore. And there's another thing why I think this is happening, and going back to the point with this is another thing, sorry, this is one I add on to, because like I'm saying, this is all raw, nothing here. Why do they not show the player count anymore? And the reason why they do that is the fact that they get scared. And one thing Call of Duty always does, they love pulling out this like numbers, like they love their numbers, obviously they love their numbers, like 3,000 staff, remember that guys, 3,000 staff, always remember that with each Call of Duty, and they're advertising everywhere and telling everyone, oh my god, we got 3,000 staff. They don't show that anymore because they're scared. Obviously they don't want to upset the higher ups, as you want to call it by, or whatever standard that they want to be estimated by basically. So it's just in general, yeah, like the Nick Merckx situation going on too. I don't want to get much involved in that and the politics bullshit, but the guy has an opinion and you pull his bundle out for some whatever reason because he's speaking facts. But again, that's just another different matter of a subject that I won't bring up, but I just brought it because because Activision apparently are solid women. That's all I'm gonna say. But they're innocent. They come out some cringy bullshit with supporting some who. But that's just in a different time of my yeah. Going back to the franchise. Okay, franchise fatigue. That's my next topic. Franchise fatigue. I think Call of Duty 2 is dying of franchise fatigue too, because the reason why I bring this up, I think genuinely franchise fatigue is a massive scare thing for Call of Duty in general, because Modern Warfare 2 for example, they said this game was going to be 2 years. Modern Warfare 2 was going to be 2 years. That's what they said, but not actually intentionally. That's not what they said. It came out rumors wise. That's what the actual idea was with Microsoft. Phil Spencer saying that he's gonna work around things, and he's saying that he promised us like Call of Duty fans that we're gonna change things up. I was getting happy, but no, it seemed like they're not listening to that. Apparently, we're getting Modern Warfare 3 next year. Is it necessary? It's not necessary. Because why again? Why is Call of Duty doing this year recycled shit? It does not work. It does not work at all, because again, games have changed. You need to take times when developing games. Just in general now, the times are different, and game developing is different, and you can't keep releasing a game every year. And I'm not. The thing is, I'm not backing up there because the devs are shit too. Don't get me started on the devs. Like the devs now are just not just Call of Duty devs. Devs in general in gaming has just gone worse. And like the way I'm looking at it was so great. Like what genuinely like, and I go back to point. There's nothing new about this Call of Duty game. I'm enjoying right now. Like there's nothing new. Sorry for my bad internet. Like it's just like this. But it's like there's nothing new about this game. There's literally nothing new. Like the Steam charts speak for itself. Like the numbers are dwindling each like second of we're talking right now, month, and by the way, like, you know what makes me laugh? Thank you for like making the old Call of Duty servers better, because those games were actually finished and actually had content and actually had the things that we liked about the old Call of Duty games, which was the customization for the creator classes, the perks, the guns, the attachments, the like just in general as a multiplayer experience. Clean, brilliant, 10 out of 10. And the reason I go back to franchise fatigue, back to my point, sorry, is you can't keep releasing a game every year, and that's just facts. Look at Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed stopped doing that with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. That game did not basically do well. It didn't do well at all. So they took like a 2-year break, if I remember rightly, and they like sort of turned it into an RPG-ish type of like build off mechanics behind it and stuff, like, and basically like in a new entirely different Assassin's Creed game, which I thought Origins was the best of Odyssey and Valhalla, like the rejuvenated, as you want to call it, Assassin's Creed games. Obviously Mirage you're gonna have to see, but that's just an example. Call of Duty should do what Call of Duty Online is doing. Have all the best Call of Duty guns, the maps, the like just the best perks, the lethals, the just like the equipments and all the things like that. Like for me, Call of Duty Online, what Call of Duty needs, like that type of stuff. Like they obviously had that Chinese Call of Duty, which obviously got shut down because I don't know why. Because I think obviously Call of Duty Online, the mobile, whatever you call it, obviously it's been a massive success for them, and which is understandable, to be fair. Like I don't think anyone played that Chinese Call of Duty Online, obviously, except for like some people got in by using certain things and stuff like that. But going back to my original point anyway, I think Call of Duty needs to stop releasing every year. That's as simple as. I'm not gonna keep saying the same thing again and just keep repeating the same thing again. And I don't want to do that. If I have, then sorry if I've done that. But like it's just like like for example, like I'm playing right now. Like I'm just like I'm saying, I'm playing right now. It's live commentary. I don't care, and I genuinely do not care if I'm doing well or good anymore. I just don't care. When I play Call of Duty, I used to play for because I spent hours on the weekends, like drinking, like just fizzy drinks, crisp, like unhealthy obsession with the game. Basically, that's what I call it. Like I just love the game. Played it for hours on weekends. Like played with my cousins, my friends and stuff like that. I used to love the game, loved it, had laughs and all that stuff. Sometimes people say nostalgia is blind. Sometimes like sometimes you sometimes be blinded by nostalgia, and I somewhat agreed with that. I do somewhat agree with that, and I kind of 100% disagree with it. The reason why we have feelings towards those games is because those games, first of all, were good. They were brilliant. They knew what they were doing when developing those games, and they were, what's the way of saying it, like, they actually cared. They actually cared about what they were making and what product they were giving us. And they had passion and deliverance on the time when they were making their games. I genuinely think these developers, and the thing is, I'm not gonna wish them anything, because I'm not like that type of person. I don't wish anything on them. I'm just saying how it is. I don't think they're good developers. Simple as. But I cannot blame them for making a game every single effing year, man. Like, it must be hard. Like, and I'm sorry, Sledgehammer, I'm apparently making Modern Warfare 3. And if you look at Sledgehammer's, like, track record, it has been horse. Like, horse shit, basically, as you want to call it by. Like, it is not being good. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not, the thing is, I understand, like, apparently, like, more, like, World War II, like, in the last 6 months, they changed, like, the perk system, they, like revamped the, like, creator class system, basically, want to call it by, yeah? And, like, I heard it got better over time, but it was too late, basically, because half the players left because the game was garbage. Let's just be honest, it was garbage. And Michael Condrey came out, by the way, just to put this in, saying that he didn't want skill-based matchmaking, by the way, guys. He didn't want it. Activision wanted that. And they were the reason why skill-based matchmaking, is in the game. But you probably heard so many people talking about skill-based matchmaking, but I'm not going to talk about it. But, okay, so what else is there? Activision is finished. I think Activision is done, pretty much. I think, simple as, what's the way of saying it, like, you got these allegations, obviously, that they're having problems with, and it's just disgusting what the shit these that just have, like, and I'm probably gonna get thingy for this, but it's just disgusting. Simple. I like, again, I'm not gonna go too much into, like, this side of it, but they don't, like, this, just in general, like, Bobby Kotick, I don't know how the Bobby Kotick, whatever the his name is still working there. I genuinely don't understand. But again, he probably gives them, earn them more money. But from what I've been hearing behind the scenes, is that apparently they wanna get rid of him or some shit like that, because apparently he's been losing, not been losing, but it's still, like, gaining success, like, as in money, but each year it has been dropping. I don't know if that's true or not, but like, even if it goes, I don't think that's still gonna solve Call of Duty's problems. Call of Duty's, like, got, like, 99 problems with the franchise and just the company behind the scenes, yeah. So I think Activision is done, and this is the last thing before I just end the video. Is probably, do I think Call of Duty is gonna finish as a franchise / whatever you want to call it, series, shooter, FPS? Do I think it's pretty much done in 5 years from now or 4 years from now, even probably next year? I'd give it 3 years. I think Call of Duty, if it doesn't change up, it doesn't do anything new, it keeps the same formula, basically keep doing the same shit every year, keep doing the like yearly, like, recycled content type of stuff, it's pretty much dead in the water, basically. I think the franchise is done. Like, and one thing I'll say again, I highly recommend not anyone get Modern Warfare 3. I highly recommend that. Do not get Modern Warfare 3. Get it on probably when Christmas around or something, or like for your birthday when it goes down. Like, actually, no, it's not for your birthday, because that's actually making me think. Like, get it when it's on half price, basically. Like, it's $30 or whatever American pricing is, or like £20 in British pounds, whatever you want to call it. Like, get it when it's cheap. I'm probably gonna buy it because I love Call of Duty. I'm a Call of Duty content creator, but I do other stuff too, like talk about movies, anime, and just in general other stuff. But going back to my point, do I genuinely see Call of Duty surviving at this rate? No. The battle system is starting to get on people's nerves. Like, I'm looking at the battle system, like the battle pass system, sorry. I just look at this. I look at this layout. Why? Like again, it's just unnecessary layout again. It's stupid. And from what I've heard, apparently Hulu made the last multiplayer mod. I don't know why an effing what does it call it, like a TV series slash movie companies making UI. I don't understand that again. I just who makes these I don't know. Who makes these like ideas that thinking these are smart? I don't know. I just genuinely don't know. Like it's pretty sad. Like I just don't know anymore. You can tell by the way I'm just talking like Call of Duty anymore. I'm just tired. I don't even play the new maps, guys. I just don't play the new maps. I just don't play them. And what I know I'm going back to it, but like just why? Like I just some of the things that these have done, the things that they've changed and the things that they've taken out. Why? These are the fundamental things that made Call of Duty big, and why it's got your hardcore actual fan base, not these. Like I'm not gonna take piss out of them, but not these like baby thumb sucking idiots who like skill-based matchmaking, thinking that Modern Warfare 2 is good at its core. No, it's not. It's not a great game. It has a lot of issues. Can it be a great game? No, because guess what? Modern Warfare 3 is literally coming out around the corner anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It genuinely doesn't even matter. What's the point? I genuinely, and I'm gonna say, people don't buy any bundles. Please do not buy any bundles. Don't support anymore. I bought bundles, and I'm sorry, I'm an idiot for that. I'll be honest, I am. I'm an idiot for that. It's like why am I even saying this to you guys? But I'm just saying it because I just genuinely want you guys to save your money or spend it on something better. Please do, because it is dumb. And I don't think you should buy Modern Warfare 3. If I'm being honest, I don't. I think it's probably going to be more worse than Modern Warfare 2. Honest to God, it's going to be unfinished with just taking out content and adding later and thinking, oh, it's new content again with shit ass maps. Apparently strikers come back, whippy do, who gives a shit? I genuinely do not care. Who cares? And people honestly thinking that Microsoft saving Call of Duty. No, they're not. They're not saving Call of Duty. Who said Microsoft? Who's making this assumption that Microsoft saving Call of Duty? No, you're blindsided again. There's nothing Call of Duty that's doing right now that is saving it. What's saving it? What could save it is going back to the basics. What made Call of Duty good? That's what makes Call of Duty wicked. Going back to just go back to pick 10 system. I don't care. Just do it. I didn't even talk about kill streaks. Oh my, I didn't even talk the kill streaks. I genuinely don't even give a shit anymore about kill streak. Same as like the gunsmith has just gone worse. I don't know how they messed up the gunsmith. One thing I can't say MW19 is the gunsmith in that game was fucking brilliant. It was fantastic. Like I said, the AK will love the gunsmith. Gun fanatics, they will love that shit. The attachments and like how the guns look and stuff. It's like some of that, for me, it's some of the best, like hands down is the best like gun customization in gaming like industry in general. No one could do it better. Battlefield, Halo, fucking if you want to include CS:GO, just in general. Like this is like what is there like this like create a class. I just don't get it. And the thing is, I'm gonna make a video about this, and I'll tell you right now, I'll just tell you straight. I think Call of Duty Ghosts is like the most underrated Call of Duty game. It had problems, yes, it had problems. But one thing I will always back up with that game, one single fucking thing I'll like stick by, is that perk system in that game was 10 out of 10, hands down. Like, name me one bad thing about that perk system. Could it have a scoring system where it's sensible, like it tells you like the scoring, like, because personally there should have been like a scoring thing, like say like 10 points or that this perk takes that much points and that points. They didn't have that. They should have added that in. But as in just had all the classic perks, like they had like this thing called I think Deadshot, where it gives like an extra, basically like stopping power from Modern Warfare 2, and they had all the OG like perks and stuff, and just in general, and at least that game trying to be innovative. Like, at least they tried, but the innovation didn't pay off. Sometimes innovation is good, but sometimes it does take you to a place where it fucks you over. Basically, that's like the way of saying it. It's not basically, it doesn't work out in the end. But Black Ops 1, again, I'm gonna make a video about this again. And I know I said I'm gonna finish the video, but it's just I love Call of Duty. I could talk about it hours and hours, but finishing the point off is I see Call of Duty in 3 years probably not 100% dead, but like 70% dead. At this rate, and people say Black Ops, whatever the next Black Ops game is gonna be, Black Ops 6 or Black 7. I don't fucking care anymore. I've lost count. They think that's gonna save it. But guys, this is not the same Treyarch. I've just gotta say right now. People rate Black Ops 4. I'm sorry again. Black Ops 4 wasn't a great game. I'm sorry, it wasn't great. That had a lot of problems too. But from people's reception and from the player base, they do rate Treyarch's games. From what I know, that's facts. Black Ops 2, World at War, Black Ops 1. What else is there? Black Ops 3, obviously. And Cold War, to be fair, I think Cold War is probably the best that we've had out of these 4. For me, it felt like the most arcade-y type of classic Call of Duty gameplay, basically. Was the visual pleasing as Modern Warfare 2019 and the reload animation, the audio? No, but for me, that doesn't mean shit. I just think Black Cold War's a better game. Anyway, that's it. Probably much today. That's probably much of all I've talked about today. Like I said, guys, leave your comments. Tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think of the current state of Call of Duty right now. Just please, just tell me in the description. And sorry if I messed up anything what I've said. It's just full raw commentary, just saying how it is. And playing some Modern Warfare 2. And I'm telling you right now, in this one time I'll probably play it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, guys, hit the like button, like this video, it helps so much. Obviously, I'm growing my channel. It's my first ever video. Yeah, pretty much stay active, stay hungry, and God bless.